Anyways, guys, doing this motor mount repair. Sucks balls. And they also gave us the wrong parts. So we're not going to be able to finish this today, unfortunately. This is one of the bottom mount. And this is what they gave. As you can see, it's significantly. This hole is quite a bit smaller. This goes on the bottom of the motor mount, right? And holds it in place. This is too small. This is what we need. And of course, the ones that they have, they told me they had it in Seattle, and then they called me back, and then they told me, oh, we don't have it in Seattle. And then it's in Las Vegas, and now I gotta pay for overnight shipping. Another $60. They probably only get charged $20 for the overnight shipping, but then they gotta mark it up for me, you know, so they can make money on their mistake. That's one of the motor mounts that came out. I would say it's pretty well toast. This was the driver's side motor mount. That's how it came out. It was already broken. This is kind of how it goes together. That's kind of how it's supposed to be. Like that, or I don't know where this rubber chunk goes, but basically that's one of the motor mounts. So I sent Grandpa off to go get some parts. He went to Tractor Supply to go get some bolts. Quit your whining. Unless you want to come help me work on the dump truck. So kind of the issue we're running into is you can see, let's see, can you see the old bracket? The light's shining through the old bracket, right? That right there is the old the bracket that goes up against the frame rail. So there's supposed to be 2 bolts coming through the frame rail through that, right? So the bolt goes like this, and then the nuts are on the outside of the frame rail, and we can't seem to get, we got the bolts in, we got the rubber part down on there, but then when we go to put it in position to get it on, we can't, because we're literally running into you can see this part of the bracket that mounts the back of the motor right there. There's 4 bolts, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. When we put those bolts through the bracket, it's too wide to move in there. So I sent Grandpa on a mission to get 4 bolts that were 1/2 inch shorter, and that should do the trick on being able to put the bolts through the metal and then moving it in place so we can slide it in and bolt it. What's up, Andrew? Just working on the International, trying to change these stupid motor mounts out. This is definitely a project. If I could decide again if this was something I wanted to do myself or pay a mechanic shop, if I could go back in time, I would have scheduled it and had a mechanic shop do it. That's how much of a headache this has been so far. Like, we literally been working on it all morning, and we haven't even got 1 motor mount done. That's how much of a pain this is. So, like, this is just like, I told the driver if he wanted to start the truck up and drive it over me, you know, a few times, I'd be okay with it at this point. keychain on.
Peekaboo, Daddy.
Huh?
I said peekaboo.
Peekaboo? Yeah. Here, put these on my toolbox.
I'm gonna put on the red one.
Okay. So now, while Grandpa's getting those, I'm tasked with, I'm gonna get these 4 bolts off of this mounting bracket. There's 2 bolts on the bottom and 2 on the top. So looks like there's already.
I did YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like there's already a wrench on there. So I should be able to just. Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Go get me my safety glasses.
Safety glasses coming right up.
They're on the ground.
This side, is it?
Huh?
This side?
Yep. Also need the big. There it is. The safety glasses are on the floor in the truck.
Okay.
On that side. Oh, come on.
This one.
Safety glasses. Get me the safety glasses. Okay, thank you. Nothing yet. But if I had $1 million, I wouldn't have to be doing this. Okay, so see, let me show you real quick. Like, you see how these have short bolts in them? The other side has long bolts on the top. And it should have had short bolts on the top too. So I suspect that this was changed at one point. And that was on there. Oh, dang it. I didn't even loosen it. Basically, this stupid wrench came off. Dang it. That sucks. Sorry, guys. I'm all over the place with the camera. Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Where's the, it's a 3/4 ratchet wrench.
Okay.
It's right over there on the ground somewhere. See if you can find it. Let's see. It is a 3/4. Isn't the one I wanted, but 4. Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Grab the Milwaukee for me.
Milwaukee?
Yep. Grab me the Milwaukee. Just bring it over here. Thank you. I think those are both loose. Pushing it. Get that on. Let me get that back. This is what I hate about doing live streams. It basically impossible to show you guys. But I'm to the point where I just don't want to record any more videos. It's just so annoying. Like, the batteries never last long enough. The batteries never last long enough. You know, you can never get a really good angle. And then you get freaking jerk-offs that don't even appreciate anything. You know, like, they don't realize any of the time you spend on the videos. And then they make these critical statements, like as if they're like pros or something. And half the time, there's things they're suggesting don't even make any sense. Who's that? Oh. Boompa and Grandma are back? Oh. Well, you said that Boompa and Grandma were back. Sometimes I really love my grandpa. And it's fun to have him here. Man, I'll tell you what, sometimes we just do not communicate on the same wavelength. Like, we just don't. As much as I love him, we do not communicate on the same wavelength. Like, some of the things he says, like when we're trying to work, I just don't understand it, you know? Starts to get frustrating sometimes too, you know? That one, I should be able to put the Milwaukee on there and just do that. If this thing will stay put. There's one. Now, if only I could do that with the other one. Just put this on here, put the Milwaukee on there, but it's not flipping working because this stupid air tank bracket's right in the way. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing or not, but just to listen to me complain. Oh my god, I just put that stupid shit on backwards. Let's see. So that way. Can't see what I'm doing here.
No flashlight?
No. I need to sell all my dump trucks so I don't have to do stupid stuff like this. Every time I pull this back, hit my hand on this leaf spring, it's super sharp. It's like it hits like a nerve every time it hits it.
Making that noise.
Stupid bastard. You guys think you want to own a dump truck when you really don't. Trust me. Owning a dump truck is not as easy as a lot of my videos make it seem. It's not as fun as a lot of my videos make it seem. It's not as easy, you know. You think it sounds easy to make 100,000? Yeah, you make 100,000, but you end up working for it. You know, that's what a lot of my videos. You just can't see that without really owning one. You can't really experience it. You know. You know, doing this stuff is not fun. It's depressing. It sucks. And I got good weather right now. Can you imagine if I was doing this in the pouring rain? I'd be doing this in the pouring rain. You know, if it was sunny, I'd be doing it in the rain. If it was wintertime, I'd be doing it in the snow. You know? So we got those two lower bolts off. Now we got bolts. Which is kind of a problem. Because it's kind of like a two-person job here. You know? Something up in there.
It's one people job.
It's a one people job?
Yeah, it's one people job.
It's
Get it up there.
It's not a one people job, son. This is
Or three people job.
yeah. This sucks. This see, this is what is so hard. Like I can't even see what I'm doing. I'm just feeling in here. Trying to feel this nut, this bolt. Okay, let's see if we can put it in from the top. That's our option. Ever scratch your nuts with sandpaper? That would be funner than what I'm doing now. That's one of the motor mounts, by the way. For some reason, the light is on my phone. Yeah, no, I love Grandpa, but man, I'll tell you, we do not speak on the same frequency a lot of times. We just do not communicate well sometimes, you know. So this is what we're working with, guys. So, let's see. Yeah, there you can see it. Okay, so
I can see the flashlight, Daddy.
you can see I got to get this on that bolt, but the old mount is in the way. There. Now I kind of moved it out of the way. Now you can see the two bolts a little bit more exposed. Now, let me set you guys down in here. I'm trying to figure out if I can set you guys in here where you can watch. There. But if I touch the phone, it'll automatically fall. All right, let's see if I can go down under and get something on there. A lot of the mechanics that watch my channel think they got it rough working on a concrete slab. Man, you try working on Corey spalls, man, I tell you, you will be eternally thankful for whatever you're working on. Okay. Come on. Okay, let's just try this end. Yeah, I can get this end off. Oh, yeah.
Big rock. I don't know what's big rock. That big rock.
Okay, let's see if my fuel will take that the rest of the way off. Boom. Okay. Ow. Let's see if I can get this other one in here. Let's try flipping this over. I can't see what I'm doing, guys. This is all just kind of finesse and feel. Okay, let's try this side. Where is it? There it is.
What are you doing, Mommy?
Come on. It's like something's in the way. This part of the bracket. Oh my goodness. Okay, 1 second.
What do you need?
Okay, if I can get it on. Yes. Come on.
What are you going to use that for? Well, what are you going to use it for?
It's like I'm hitting something. I feel like it's almost there. And of course, I can't see nothing from down here. There it is. I feel like it's going on, it's just not going on all the way. Oh, that's it. There we go. Okay, man. That on there was about a 5-minute ordeal. Okay. Now, break it loose with this.
Now what?
Come on, break loose. Oh, that thing is tight.
Yes, it is.
Ow. Got her.
Got her.
Oh no. I put it on backwards. You gotta be kidding me, man. Can't catch a break. Can't catch a break. Watch me put it on backwards again. Watch me put this on backwards again. Where's that? Hey, no. I don't want you touching anything. You're gonna knock the phone down. cables on. Okay. Turn my whole body around again. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. It's on the right way. Let's see if I can get this off with this. If it'll fit in there. Boom.
Boom, baby.
Okay. So. Okay, let's see if I can move these out of my way. Lay down again. See if I can pull this out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost dropped it on my head. Yeah, see, this side's gonna be freaking cake putting it back in. The other side is a freaking nightmare. Because, see, this side I could just pull the whole thing out. Drop it down, drop it right back up there. Yeah, that thing was definitely toast. Same as the other side. Definitely. You guys can probably see down in there too. Let me get this out.
That was definitely toast.
That was way easier than the other side. Note to self, passenger side is not that hard. Driver's side is a nightmare. Driver's side was a complete nightmare. Okay. Watch out, son. Unless you want to get stepped on. All right. Well, that's easy. Grab some plywood. Yeah, if it wasn't like $300 for a sheet right now. Okay. So this is how the motor mount goes in, right? Obviously this piece, toast. These pieces, toast. What I'm assuming is, wow, look how much that thing is worn. See how thin that is? That's been broken for a long time. I mean, look at the abuse this thing has been taking. It literally has been getting annihilated. You know? Camera is not clear. How's that? If it's still not clear, it's because it's crappy reception and it's, you know. Wow, look at that. That thing is just toast. Look at this. There's a freaking wire on here. Uh-oh. That's some sort of ground wire for something. Definitely a ground wire. And it's a riveted one. See, this is the type of stuff you don't want to find, because then you're like, oh great, now there's a ground wire that's ripped off. Who knows where it's supposed to be attached. Are you two learning anything? What are you learning?
I learned about fixing the dump trucks.
Oh yeah, what did you learn?
I learned about taking those kind of stuff off.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
It's called a motor mount.
Mount.
Motor mount.
Motor mount.
Just pray that you never have to change one. Okay. Let's see if I can get up. Okay. Where's the other motor mount? Okay, see, this is the bottom part. This one came off of the passenger side. The driver's side didn't even have this. The nut was completely gone, and that spacer thing was completely gone. Okay, get out of the way. I don't like it when you stand in the way when I'm trying to walk through here in and out. You can't be getting in my way. And that's my one rule, along with a few other rules. Cannot be getting in my way unless you want me to get stepped on. There it is. Way over there. Got the second one out without Grandpa's help. That one was way easier. Grandpa's gonna be like, what? You got it out already? There it is. Right there. Oh. I do got this nice truck bed mat. Man, that thing is a lifesaver. I mean, it's not perfect, but man, I'll tell you what. It definitely takes a lot of the bumps out. You know, once you're on it. Okay, so with this one, here's the nice thing about the passenger side is I can literally bolt this. See the 4 bolt holes? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can bolt this to that and then put the whole thing up there. Because it literally came out in one piece. Right? One of the major issues is, though, see this clearance right here? With the driver's side, you have to put the bolt in first. Yeah, famous last words. You got that right. So, you have to put this bolt in, right? And then it's too long. Once it's in, you can't move it around in there because it's just so dang tight. I only got 9% left on the battery, so I'm trying to show you guys as much as possible. For some reason, my flashlight's on, which I don't know why it's on, but usually it's never on when I'm videoing. It's kind of cool, but see the space we're working with is so much more limited on this side. Okay. See the top of that thing? You got a lot more space in that side. It's harder to tell because the exhaust is in the way, right? So it's harder to tell there's more space. But you can see all 4 bolt holes. You can see the top of the mount. Bring you down in here. Like, it's so much tighter in here. One of the biggest issues we're running into with the way this is designed is the starter housing on the bell housing is like really right in the way. So, like, you guys seen how easy that one came out. This one can't even come out. We can't even get this motor mount out of here because we got a PTO pump in the way and we got the starter is in the way. Right? So what we're working with is this is still down here, right? The real issue we're running into is one of the, let me move this light out of the way. You can see those bolts on the bottom of that. Those massive bolt heads. Let me move this over. Okay, you can see the 2 right there. 1, 2. When I put the 2 bolts in to the top of this bracket, they're so long that when they're touching the inside of the frame rail, this bracket is literally up against them, and we cannot move it this way. So we have to get shorter bolts, 1/2 inch shorter, and then we should be able to clear those 2 massive mounting bolts. At least that's our hope. And then, because that would be better than putting the nuts on the inside of the frame rail and trying to get those in position, right? Because that would be a nightmare too. Like, I can already see it now. You putting the bolt in a like an open-end wrench, and then trying to slide it in between this bracket and the actual rubber part of the mount. You've seen how much clearance space there is. There's only barely enough to slide an open-end wrench in there, you know, so that would just be a nightmare, in my opinion. So that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen. Yeah, this starter housing is really in the way. Like, if this wasn't here, like, just take a look at this. See that side? See that side? Like, there's so much more room in there. Like, I could literally put my thigh up in there. This side, you can't even squeeze a chicken wing in there. Yeah, it was just a super, super small ground wire. So it probably wasn't for anything important. Here's another piece of the motor mount that was broken on the other side. This comes right down through this hole right here. This side didn't even have one. It was just gone. If I remember right. I think it was just gone. Ow. Yeah, this side just has so much more room to work with. Look how much more room this side has to work with. Like, it's just completely open. Man, I almost wish we would have started with the easy side, so I would have been happy, like, yeah, we're making progress, instead of, oh, I want to kill myself, you know, after the first one. Because, man, that was easy. If I had the bolts, I could have this thing back together before Grandpa even got back. Yeah, I see your comment, Jerry. I don't think that's what it is. It was so thin of a ground cable. That's probably not what it was for. Usually between the frame and the motor, the ground wire is a lot thicker. Let me show you the ground one. It goes from the frame to the... This cable right here is the one that goes from the motor to the frame. See, it goes right there, and then it connects on this side of the frame somewhere. There it is right there. This one. Motor to the frame. Right. There it is. It's in there pretty good. Like, see, let me just show you guys why I have such a hard time videoing videos like this. Like, okay, there's the GoPro. Where am I going to put the GoPro that's not going to be in the way for me to get up in here and work stuff? And that you can actually see what I'm doing. Like, there is no good angle. Like, literally, there's no good angle. You know, and it takes up space. You know, because the GoPro has got to be like this, right? So then you can't see, not that you can see anyways, but you can't see worse. You know, it just makes it so much harder to video stuff. That's kind of why I've gotten lazy, honestly, in doing repair videos. Is back in the day, I wasn't scrapped for time. Like, when I first started my repair videos, when I first started my channel, like, when I was doing a repair, it was, oh, when it gets finished, it gets finished. Nowadays, it's, if the truck isn't rolling tomorrow, I just lost $1,000. You know what I mean? That's why I've done quite a few less repair videos, because I'm more concerned about getting the job done than, you know, doing a video. And I know it sucks because I know you guys love to see those videos. It's just so hard, you know. It's so much easier just to pop in on a live and say, hey, this sucks balls. This is what I've learned, and this is the easiest part, and this is the hardest part, and, you know. Plus, it's like 90 million degrees out, too. So what are you guys up to? You guys have any good plans this weekend? Well, 2 trucks are working tomorrow. This truck is going to be sitting. My driver has physical therapy. Having the Peterbilt again, which I'm totally cool with that. As long as I'm making money, I'm making money. You know, I wish I could have had 3 trucks tomorrow, but there's no way. I mean, this will be finished, but the problem is my driver has physical therapy, so $1,000. There goes $1,000. You know, it is what it is. You know, driver gets out of the truck, goes to check to see if he's, you know, had a good spot to dump, and then he tripped and, you know, hurt his shoulder. And, you know, the good thing is he's not like totally worthless. Like, he's actually a really good guy, you know, and he's like, you know, he's definitely a possibility. Like, if that was the case, it's like, okay, you're fired. Get out of here. You know, like, you can't fire a guy either when he opens up an L&I claim either. But, you know, at least he's like, hey, man, I'm going to work every day I can, but the days I got physical therapy, I'm just going to take the day off, because, you know, there's really no way for him to come in to work, you know, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it takes, and then, you know, dip out in the middle of the day, do his physical therapy, and then go back to the truck. Like, that don't happen. There's no way to do that. So he's cool with just taking the whole day off, you know. And I've opted to pay him for, you know, the time that he's spending at physical therapy, and some transportation time, you know, even though he's taking the full day off. I spoke to, you know, some HR people, and they said that's the best thing you can do is, you know, if they want to take time off, that's on them. But if you can compensate them for the time that they're, even though they're not working, they're still going to physical therapy, that's what you want to do, because that'll keep your L&I, your workers' comp rate, unaffected. Unless, you know, there's, you know, obviously if he has to do surgery or something, then
what?
Heck yeah, Morgan, I appreciate that, man. Dude, that's, you know, a lot of people don't have the patience, though. Like, that's what irritates me too, though. Like, people are always like, Brian, I had to watch your 2-hour live stream, like, just to learn one. It's like, dude, like, if you understood the struggle of making a video, like, you would appreciate the times I popped in on live, you know, because then you really are getting more of an authentic view of how sucky the job is, how, you know, everything's getting done. Like, it's way more authentic, like, and 100% like more real, you know. It's not like, oh, I can cut out all the swear words and you know, and I can cut out the 3 hours of trying to maneuver one part, you know, so it makes it look easy, you know, like, oh yeah, you can do that yourself, just try it, you know. And then they go and then they spend like 4 hours doing the same thing I did, and they didn't have a clue that they were gonna have to do that, you know. So I basically can't do anything right now until Grandpa gets back with the bolts. So I'm basically sitting in limbo. So chilling with you guys. But yeah, I mean, it's not like you get. I feel like this content is pretty. I think it's worth something. You know, like especially if you own a dump truck. Like motor mounts are one of those things. It's gonna go bad no matter what. It's just a matter of time. Like this truck only has 300,000 on it, and in the motor mounts you've seen them, they were just totally destroyed. So it probably needed new motor mounts 50,000 miles ago. You know, maybe more. Like I knew when I bought the truck. I even mentioned it in one of the live streams. I'm like, the passenger side motor mount's worn out. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that because I remember seeing that when I first bought the truck. When I first crawled under it, I seen it. I was like, oh, that motor mount's a little worn. You know, it wasn't like super toast. At least it didn't look toast to me. You know, from what I could tell, I didn't have like the best flashlight. But what are you doing with that? Away in your shipping container? Yeah. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh yeah, guys, just so you know, just take a look at this bottle jack. See what it did to that piece of wood? It's been compressing that piece of wood. That motor and that transmission are not light. So you probably want to use like a nice 20 ton. You know, a 5 ton or a 6 ton probably isn't going to cut it very good for you. Just a heads up. A super smoking hot weekend. My plan is... What's up? What's up? The Asian Maya show is in the house. You get to see the grease monkey. I just got done taking out a motor mount on my 2009 International. We got the International over here by the shop. There's the motor mounts, 2 of them. That one's in 3 pieces, and that one's in 3 pieces. And both of them had this center part broken out. Only one of them still had it in there, and that's because the bolt was still going through the whole thing. The driver's side was missing the nut, and the whole center thing was just completely gone. Ow, somehow I just pulled a muscle in my ankle.
It did not mess with me.
It should not have messed with you?
Yeah.
What are you doing in my toolbox, woman?
I was just stuck off of the trampoline.
So, the guy that loans out tools should be back tomorrow. So you're going to have to wait till he gets in.
Well, I have to ask you.
Oh, you can't ask me.
Yeah.
I told you, I'm not the guy that loans the tools out. He's not here today.
So you won't have any dinner tonight?
No dinner? Okay. I guess we could work something out. See, these are the bolts that came out. Look how worn that is. I mean, these ones aren't that bad, but this one was bad. This one's fine. But they're too long. They're like a 1/2 inch too long. Look at this kid. He's gonna be a natural. She's about to smack her with the baseball bat. Son, do you like watching your dad working on the trucks? You like watching your dad suffer? No? That's the same thing. Working on trucks and suffering is the same thing. Did you learn a lot watching? Yeah. Check this out, guys. I got a new rack for the back of the dirt bike. I already shown you the visor I got for the helmet. Got the Master Chief helmet. Thank you, son. I love you.
Love you too. So do you like this, Daddy?
I haven't used it yet. This is what it looks like to be a real trucker. Like a real owner-operator trucker. If you never look like that, then you probably aren't a real owner-operator. Or if you do own your stuff, you don't work on it. That's just the cold, hard truth of that. You know? Unless it's a brand new truck, then you probably won't look like this. If it's a brand new truck, you won't look like that. Because they do not leak oil everywhere. They don't have grease everywhere like these trucks. You know, this is only a 10-year-old truck, and it's coated everywhere.
Long bolt.
Yeah, long bolt, huh? Put it back where it goes. So, anyways, guys, my phone's about to die. So, thanks for tuning in for the motor mount. I'm probably not going to do another video or an update on this because my GoPro battery died. And I really didn't show any progress because we were stuck trying to get that stupid thing in and it just was not working. So I ghosted a whole battery and a whole memory card on nothing, basically. You know. So, anyways, thanks for watching. And hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. I know we're going to get this thing back together tomorrow when I get those last pieces in after I get back from work. Hopefully, and then it'll be working Friday for sure. So, catch you guys on the next one.